Today I'm just gonna speak freely about how I'm feeling and how I'm doing. So, number one, physically, absolutely, unbelievably exhausted. Just very, very tired. Emotional state of mind. So here's the thing about this whole thing that happened with this woman or whatever, you know, the going back and forth. I'm like, I try to re-upload the my response video with it being unlisted or whatever, and YouTube still said, "Fuck you, hate speech," and I'm like, whatever. I'm like, really? Still, huh? Still hate speech, even if it's unlisted. I don't know. The algorithm's the algorithm, and I'm guessing she unsubscribed to me as well. So, you know, she suggested that I upload my response to OneDrive, and then I went on to OneDrive, and I was trying to do that, and then it was like, you don't have enough space. Make sure you buy this amount of stuff so you have more space. And I was like, is that what I have to do? So, whatever. You know, I was even thinking about, like, do I even want to make a video this morning? Like, honestly, my head hurts. Is there something I would honestly want to talk about and dive into right now? And I guess maybe I'm a little disappointed because I'm like, oh, well, it's always a challenge to make a video, and I always feel better afterwards, but right now, is it even necessary? Maybe I should just take a day and just not make a video and go into all my thoughts and take a step back and just start making YouTube shorts or something, I guess. Just 2 of them. Take it easy. Still not fucking exercising. I'm just like, Jesus. And that's interesting. I'm like, why do I feel shut down right now? And I remember I even was jokingly asking myself before. I was like, you know what? Let's do a different video today. Let's try to be empathetic and nice to myself. Let's try to do that. And I don't know. I guess I can't. I was talking to the couples therapist or whatever with my girlfriend about self-empathy, and I still don't know how to do it, you know, in a way that actually, again, makes sense to me. Of course, I drink water like a fucking idiot the wrong way. You see, I can't be nice to myself. I actually just can't. I'm like, why? Like, what is that? And I don't like beating myself up just for the sake of beating myself up. Like, whatever. I don't like being in self-pity. Like, that's not what I do. I don't like sitting in whatever I'm feeling right now. Like, that's not enjoyable. It doesn't matter to me, but I'm still asking myself, like, why am I so hard on myself? Like, I'm extremely just hard on myself. I can't not be, you know? I still just don't know the answer to this question. You know, how to be empathetic towards somebody that's hurting you. Like, I don't know how to do that, right? And what I mean by that is, like, I'm hurting myself, so how do I show empathy and compassion towards that? It's like, that's what I mean. Nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. Like, the therapist, our couples therapist, was like, I'm okay, it's okay. It's okay. I'm like, okay, me saying that I'm okay and it's going to be all right doesn't mean it will be. And you know what? And here's the thing. Honesty with myself is the most important thing. I think no matter what, being honest with myself and acknowledging what it is that I'm feeling is the most important thing. So, because here's the thing. If I say that I'm all right or I'm okay and I'm saying all of that stuff out loud just to make myself, like just to convince myself, and then what if I don't feel okay, even though I said I am okay, I'm all right, it's okay. Like, I don't feel all right. Okay, like I don't. And I need to stop sitting here and acting like I need to be okay. Like, no, I don't. I don't need to force myself out of my whatever the fuck I'm feeling. But this is the hard balance. There's a hard thing about sitting in your self-hatred, like naturally, and then you know, eventually getting out of it. It's like I feel like I haven't been getting out of it, and oh, you're just not doing anything, and that's just more pressure I'm putting on myself. Oh, you're just not doing anything to get out of whatever funk you're fucking in. I'm like, again, that's more pressure I'm putting on myself. I mean, I have natural lows, I have natural feelings of feeling down, and I want to say that that's all right to not be all right. Like, I don't want to be like, I am all right when I'm not. You know, I want it to be okay whatever I'm feeling. Because most of the time I look at myself and I'm like, no, it's not okay. It's not okay whatever I'm going through. I shouldn't be feeling that way. I should be feeling better about myself. I shouldn't be putting myself down. Oh, I do it all the time. Well, again, how are you going to break the cycle? You need to eventually break the cycle. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's all you're doing. And you see how, like, these are the thoughts and feelings going into my head that still put me down? I'm like, I'm not all right. It's okay to say that. I'm not all right. And I'll just admit everything. I'll admit everything. The way I want to fucking express myself right now is just being honest. You know? Getting into that whole discussion with that one woman, like, that's a moment of, like, there are people out there like that are just simply not going to agree with what I never had a direct, again, confrontation or a back and forth with somebody, right? And it's just something to think about. That's what I mean. It's just something to think about. I'm gonna think about that for a while, you know, definitely. Because I remember, like, I was always thinking about what it was gonna be like to have somebody potentially make a response video to whatever I was saying on YouTube. And it happened. And then I made a response video to that. You know, so it's more things to think about. It's just more things to think about. And then just my relationship last night, like, was very difficult for me and my girlfriend again. And we had a conversation this morning that didn't end very fucking good either. Because I'm very honest about how I am and how my sexuality is. And, you know, I'm trying to explain that to her. And yeah, it hurts her feelings and everything. But again, I'm just trying to be honest. I'm just trying to be honest with who I am and how I am and everything. And I'm trying to accept myself. And here's the other thing. I'll definitely admit, like, this woman that I had the little back and forth with, her opinion, like, it's there because it's directed at me. And that's just something, again, to deal with, you know? And I'm like, I'm taking that personal or whatever, but I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm like, yeah, that's how it is. I said I wanted feedback, and I ended up getting that, you know, but it's definitely there. And I'm like, yeah, there's judgment from everybody. There's always potential to get judged by somebody. And I'm dealing with that. know? And I look at her and how she is and her whole whatever the fuck life and stuff, and I'm like I have my opinions on how she is as a person and vice versa. And I'm like, you know what, man? That's why I said there was a back and forth, but I'm gonna try to not get wrapped up in it. But I have to see that person. What the fuck happened there? Anyways, I have to see that person on Thursday, which is in 2 days. And I'll completely admit, like, I think she's a cunt. Like deep down, I think she's a cunt. It's like, in the video, like, oh, I didn't call her a bitch. But, like, you know, now that I think about it, absolutely. You know, I think she's just, like, she wants to be a good person or what, but I don't think so, but whatever, you know. And I'm like, I have to face that in person. And here's a thing that I've been thinking about. I'm like, when that has to happen, I'm going to have to try to be cordial or whatever. But I already know she thinks I'm a shitty human being, and I think she's a cunt. Like, this is how I feel. And I'm like, what do we do, right? In that kind of situation. I'm like, whatever, it's work. So I'm gonna do my goddamn job. Like I said, I'm not gonna try to have a goddamn debate there. But I do want her to hear my response video, because I still think it's just important. It's just the conclusion to the whatever. Because she's like, well, I made my response video and then boom, I gotcha. And I'm like, well, this is what the fuck I had to say, but YouTube's a fucking dumb cunt and thinks my goddamn content is hate speech. So I have to go a different route of upload somehow to share my video. And I'm like, well, what the fuck is this dumbass shit, you know? It's just silly stuff. You know, really, really fucking annoys me. Because I'm like, really, YouTube? Like, can I just upload my response and give it away? And then cool. Like, why is my shit hate speech? I just don't get it. So again, like, all these thoughts and feelings are on my mind, and I'll be honest, like, there's those feelings of back in the day when somebody would have an opposing view to me, and I would feel this, like, that down feeling of not being accepted. But I'm like, okay, this is what I mean. I don't need to be accepted by everybody. I don't need this person's acceptance. I'm like I want to legitimately be like, okay, yeah, that's your opinion, whatever, right? That's what I mean. I don't need everybody to like me. And whatever I'm saying. But I'm like, yeah, right now I just don't feel all right. For a whole range of reasons and feelings and everything. You know, I wish I was making more money. I wish my relationship wasn't as hard as it is. I wish I just knew what to do with my life. Like, I just wish I knew, right? I wish I had the confidence to make decisions, but I don't. I don't have any of that. And I don't have the answers. And yes, absolutely, I'm upset about that I don't have the answers that I want. I just don't have them. And I don't see myself getting those answers anytime soon. that shitty ass noise? I think. Oh, anyways. That's what I mean. I want to find my own ways of loving myself and taking care of myself. Again, in a way that just really, really makes sense and is actually... Okay, here's the thing. I actually was talking to my girlfriend about that. I'm like, when I'm in a moment of I want compassion from somebody else, I'm like, oh, I have to give that to myself. I'm like, how do I do that? That is the hardest part. This is the biggest mountain to climb over. When I want the compassion of another, how can I replace that compassion with my... I don't think it's possible. That's such a romanticized ideal. It will never be as satisfying as the actual compassion of another human being. It will never be. And I guess that's just another thing that I have to accept. I'm like, when I feel so desperate for compassion from another person, I have to be able to give that to myself. And I'm like, how do I do that? Because here's the thing. I am desperate for the answer to this question, and I'm frustrated that I'm not getting it. And then again, I'm not compassionate towards myself, because I'm like, dude, this would solve all your problems. I need to talk to my therapist about that. I'm like, fuck, it's Tuesday, it's Tuesday as well. It's just... fucking damn it. It's Tuesday. Me and my girlfriend, I want to say fucking girlfriend because that's how I feel, honestly. Me and my fucking girlfriend went to bed at midnight again, and I'm just like, oh God, the stress. The fucking stress is absurd. That's the other thing. I'll also admit, I have to admit a lot of things to myself. This woman also said, well, you need to break up with your girlfriend because, this is what I mean. This woman that, again, had the response is so, entitled and condescending. That's why I said she's a cunt. And I believe that. It's just, I'm like, you're not better than I am, but you really, really want to teach me something. All right? That's so cunt behavior. Stop it. Just back up. That's the whole thing. She's not even watching my videos anymore. I'm guessing she unsubscribed, and she also left a comment saying, well, go figure that shit out. And I'm like, that's what I mean. I'm like, oof. Those people, and again, I give them the freedom to say whatever the fuck they want. All right? I give them the fucking freedom. But when it comes to her opinions in this regard, she's a cunt. I just feel that. And, her even saying that you guys are going to break up and everything. I'm like, who the fuck? You're on the outside and you're going to tell me what the fuck is going to happen with my relationship, and you have no clue what the fuck it is other than whatever I'm saying here, and you have the arrogant statement of you're going to break up with your girlfriend. You need to break up. I'm like, who the fuck are you to tell me should I and I need to anything based on what? Your own personal experience? Thank you for your suggestion, but it's not even a suggestion. It's entitlement. You think you know better. It's just, and that's what I mean. Again, I am dealing with that, her opinion. And I am going to admit it has affected me in some way. And I'm not going to sit here on top of a mountain and act like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. It's there. I'm still talking about it. Of course I care to some degree. You know, I do care to have those conversations with somebody that disagrees with me. And I'll admit that. But that's what I mean. That's a moment to acknowledge and be like, yes, there's that opinion, and I have to fight. Like this. That's what I mean. That's why I do put this out on the internet. I put this out on YouTube. All right, for somebody to give me feedback, and then for me to be able to face that feedback and be able to hear whatever it is somebody has to say. I want to be able to do that shit. And I don't want to be afraid of any opinion somebody might have. You know? So, that's what I mean. I feel like it's good that I was able to hear whatever she had to say. And I'm still dealing with that fucking 3 days later. You know, 4 days later now or something. It's still something to think about. That's what I mean. I said, I wanted to start this video with, I'm trying to be nice to myself. I'm like, okay, yeah, again, this is a hard practice. It's a very hard practice to be nice to myself. All right, because that's what I mean. Like, most of the time, people can't be nice to themselves. And even the therapist did bring up a good point. It's like, well, I don't like this about myself, but hopefully you do like that about me. That's what I mean. I'm like, there are parts of myself that I simply do not like, and I don't feel like I will like. And it's like, well, you have to accept that. I'm like, well, here's the thing about have to accept. How do you? You know? And here's the other problem. My therapist said this, actually. That's a very good point. I'm looking for a hard set answer, like 2 + 2 = 4, but with existential questions. I can't get hard fact, like, answers to these existential questions. So me saying, well, you have to accept that fact of I'm like, is it actually a fact? Because 2 + 2 = 4 is a fact in the scientific goddamn community in mathematics. There's no debate there, you know? But there's always debate when it comes to these existential questions. And that's why I'm saying it's always in a constant motion. It's always in a constant state of changing my opinions about these things. So that's what I mean. Is it a reality that I actually have to accept or not? And I don't have the answers to those questions, but I might be able to get them. And that's the problem with these existential questions. You don't know whether or not you can answer them or can't answer them. And I guess that's the reality right there. That is a fact. You know, there are some questions you can or can't answer. But I don't even want to say that. There are some questions you don't know if you can or can't answer. That's a fact. I believe that. You just don't know. You don't know until you start trying. But you can go crazy trying to answer these questions. You know? Because that's the thing. It's like, whatever, that's serenity prayer. Like, I'm not religious at all, but that's the whole thing. It's like, I don't know exactly how it goes, right? But, you know, it's like accepting the things that I can change and accepting the things that I can't change, and the strength to know the difference. Whatever. I butchered that probably, but it's something like this. It's like, how do I know what I can and can't change? And that's why I said you can go crazy thinking about this shit. You can legitimately go crazy thinking about it. It's like, I don't know if I can change that. I don't know if I can't change that. It's up in the air. It's unpredictable. So how do I accept the unpredictability behind the quest to answer these questions? And you know, my girlfriend was even saying this to me last night. I get stuck in chaos sometimes. You know? And even going back to this fucking woman, like, I am caught up on it a little bit. I'm like, she'll admit that, oh, I don't know the answer, but like, she is so arrogant. She was so arrogant. That's the shit that makes me so fucking, I'm like, these people. And I'm like, that's why I'm like, I'm trying to not pay attention, but they exist. And I have to acknowledge that and naturally let it go. Me holding it in and acting like it's not bugging me is not a fucking moment of growth. You know, and I know I had this fucking feeling about this growth thing or whatever, and I was saying that the idea of growth implies that I'm not good enough where I am. I'm like, I'll never be good enough. That is the human condition. I will never be good enough. You know, I always say I need a challenge. I always say I need all of that stuff. And I do need a challenge. And I think it's always a challenge when you start asking yourself questions. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I've been doing it for fucking 3.5 months. Asking myself questions all the time. Because it's a challenge. It is intriguing. It does make my thoughts flow. It does make me think about shit. And I don't think that's not something to ever overcome. That's why it's like, I feel like I choose the challenge to get to know myself. Because that is infinity. That will keep me alive. That's why I said, like, a life without challenge of some sort is a life that's not worth living. Like, I have to have something going on to stimulate my mind. That is a reality of my human condition. There's nothing I can do about that. That's why I said, I don't think contentment is a real human characteristic. I think about David Goggins. He actually said, he's like, fuck yeah, I gotta take those moments to be proud of myself. So can I take a moment to be proud of myself? Why is that so difficult to do that? Why is it so difficult to acknowledge how far I've come, quote unquote, right? How much I've actually overcame, how many challenges I've pushed through so far. Why is it not good enough for me? Because here's a moment that I want to say out loud. Here's a thing that I want to say. It's like, listen, why can't I say this and actually mean it? I'm proud of myself that I started my YouTube channel. I talked about it for a long time. I was afraid of it for a long time. You know why I can't be proud? Because I had an expectation of when I was going to start this. And that's what I mean. I'm disappointed in the result of me starting my YouTube channel because I had a different expectation. That's why I said expectations are ruining my life. They're absolutely ruining my life. And I mentioned this a long time ago. I mentioned that a long time ago, that expectations is absolutely ruining my life, and I have no use for them in my existence. You know, like a life full of expectations is a life full of disappointments. I'm trying to sound like Buddha or something, but that's real shit or something. In my opinion, I think I'm like, why do I need to expect anything? Is it bad? And then all of a sudden, I actually am like, that's what I mean. These questions are very difficult, and these questions don't have a right or wrong answer. But I'm desperate for the right or wrong answer. I'm desperate for it. And I'm running myself into the ground. Trying to figure out all of this stuff. I'm just like, please, Jesus, like, what the fuck is actually going on? May I know? Can you tell me? But I don't know. And I can't sit here and act like that's all right. That's why I say, I can't accept not being all right. I can't accept that I'm in this state of mind of just not good feelings. I can't remember the last time I legitimately felt good or something. But what is legitimate goodness? Like, what is that? What is the legitimately I feel good moment? What can I think about that makes me happy? And that's the other thing. I keep saying I want to spend time with my girl, but do I? That's what I mean. I don't know what to do in regards to my relationship either. So I just don't know what to do. So here's the thing. Yes, Matthew, you don't know what to do. Yes, you're asking questions. Yes, you're desperate for answers. You're desperate for some type of sense to be made. I am desperate for some ground under my feet. But I am stuck in chaos currently, right now, today. And have been for a long time. I am chaotic. And I put myself down all the time, even thinking about how chaotic I am. That I don't have this stable career. I don't have a stable relationship. I don't have a stable sense of mind. I don't have a stable anything. My thoughts are running rampant all the time. I can't focus. And sometimes most of the time actually, all the time, I don't want to focus. I feel like I do, but I don't at the same time. There's a lot of noise in my mind all the time. Lots of things, pinball machines bouncing off, just going. Ding-a-ring-a-ring-a-ring. That's all that's going on in my mind. A gazillion fucking thoughts, millions of thoughts, unsatisfaction with my chaotic nature. And when do I feel like I can reward myself after, like that's the thing. There's some people that just, I did good today. I'm just gonna reward myself. And they're in a constant state of, I don't feel like I've earned any sort of reward. I haven't earned the right to relax. Because there's work to do. And there's always work to do. Because you know what? When my body's done working my physical labor job, I go home, but my mind never stops moving. Ever. Never stops moving. Today's gonna be a long day. And like I said, I'm fucking exhausted. Physically. I'm not taking care of my physical health at all in a way that's satisfying. Because I am stuck in chaos. And I'm stuck in constantly thinking and talking to my girlfriend about solutions that we can't find, you know? And we're both frustrated. Extremely. With each other and our own lives. You know, and there's so much noise, like I said, from the outside telling me what I need to be doing with my life and how I can be a better human being. But in reality, nobody knows what the fuck is going on. And nobody knows the right way to live this life. And I don't need to listen to anybody. Okay? But that doesn't mean that I'm going to put myself in a box and not be open to suggestions of some sort or other people's opinions. And I want to be able to face other people's opinions and still stick to my own convictions. But all of it's challenging and all of it's very difficult. And like I said, I still feel like that 16-year-old kid that I was. The only difference is the number in my age. You know? 16 versus 27, what's the fucking difference? I just know more things now. But how different am I really? Deep down to my core. I have a better way of expressing myself. I have more knowledge of things. But who gives a shit? You know? I just wish I could go to sleep. I really wish I could just go to sleep. I'm tired, man. You know, I don't want to work today. I just don't. I just want to make a conscious decision to take care of myself. But that's the problem with my goddamn girlfriend. I'm like, I have a natural inclination to protect her and try to be there for her, but I'm exhausting myself. And yeah, there's conversations that me and her need to have, but this shit's ridiculous. This is ridiculous. I'm at this point where I'm like, you know what the fuck I want to do today? You know what I want to do today? Outside of her? I want to go to sleep. I want to eat food. I want food to be ready. Like, that's what I mean. I'm like, yeah, I'm not broke. I have a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money. I have like $5,000 or whatever. But I have this money in reserve. And yes, I have a budget. And I just want to overspend just for this fucking one time. Just dip into my savings. And take care of food tonight. DoorDash something. Food's ready. I ate. I took a shower. And I go to bed. And is she going to be there? I don't know if she's going to be there. I said to her last night that I don't want to watch a movie. I don't want to have any drinks. I want food to be ready. I have $40 in cash. I'm about to have this meal prep thing come out of my bank account. It's like $126. That's going to come out. I'm going to have like $70-something. Eventually I got to get gas, okay, as well. So I have about $100-something. So I can fill up my gas tank, which is going to be like 80 fucking bucks, right? Because fuck me in the ass. But then I need to deposit that money. As much as I don't want to go to the bank today, I think I need to. I need to deposit the fucking money. You know? And I need to buy us food and have it ready to go. I don't want her to cook, and I don't want there to have to be any sort. It takes time. And then you got dishes that need to be done afterward. I'm done. I am willing to invest. So you know what I want tonight? I know she wants to go to her place. I can already fucking feel it. I know she wants to go to her place. Alright, but you know what I want? I want to be able to sleep. Do I want to have sex with her tonight? Yes, I do. Alright? At the same time, I'm like, I don't want to have any expectations of nothing. Physical health is taking a shit. My physical health is going in the shitter. Bad. Very badly. I need to take care of that. I need to take care of myself. Because right now I haven't been. What I need right now is to go home and sleep. I can't. I'm working. Unfortunately, that's what's happening. And it's going to be a rough day. It's going to be a long day. But you know what? At the end of the day, I don't want to have any expectations of what might happen. My truck's going to fucking break down potentially because I was having problems with it yesterday. So whatever happens today is whatever happens today. I know what the fuck I want to do when I get home. I want to eat food that's ready, and then I want to go to sleep. Enough is enough. Alright, my physical health is fucking not good. It is not good. I'm not exercising. Me and my girlfriend are drinking way too much alcohol. Alright, yes, I had a bar, and me and her have been experimenting with cocktails, and it's been fun as fuck. I've had a great time with it. I have, and I'm going to keep saying that, because I do feel like an individual more than I am together with her. I don't feel that right now. I'm not taking care of myself. I keep trying to take care of us, you know, but it's not helping me. Oh, I fucked up. Whatever, anyways. I need to stop, you know? I need to stop. It's not healthy. It's not healthy at all. You know, it's just not. I'm done acting like whatever I'm doing right now is good. It's not good for me. It's not good for me. Okay, I am running my physical body into the. I am limited. Whatever. Fuck my therapist. I don't even say it. Like he said this. I am limited. Human beings have limitations. I'm pushing myself into the ground. This is not all right. My head hurts, I'm tired, I'm not exercising like I said, I don't like my body, I don't like my digestive system, I don't like anything. And I'm not afraid to admit that. I'm gonna say that out loud. This is what the fuck is going on with me. Is anybody really gonna listen to this? You know what? I don't know. Whatever, right? I want to make this video for me. This video is for me to remind myself of whatever I went through today in the morning. I'm going to listen to it. Okay? And I'm just going to be like, yes, yes, yes. I do need to take care of myself, whatever these moments. You know, I'm going to be like, hey, you know what, dude? I hear you. I hear you. Matthew, I hear you, man. I hear you. You know? That's what I mean. I'm like, you know what? The video making process and everything that I do here, I guess that's a way I'm compassionate towards myself. Because I'm like, I hear this dude. I hear him. I resonate with him. Because no shit, I resonate with him. It's me. This is what I'm going through. So I'm tricking myself. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? I guess that helps me. I'm like, yeah, I heard myself today. I heard whatever I was going through. Take care of yourself, man. This video's for you. Take care of yourself, dude. All right, really ask you. You know what? Yeah, as much as I just thought about it right now. Fuck yeah, I want a Macallan with fucking Coke tonight. Of course I do. But at the same time, it's distracting. And it kind of numbs me. I'm like, I don't want to numb myself. I want to take a shower as soon as I get home. Maybe I want to eat first. I don't know. Whichever goes first. I already know food needs to go into my body as soon as possible, and then a shower. Or I take a shower and then food goes into my system. That's number one. This is the number one thing that's going to happen. Nothing else. I don't want to do anything else. Okay? I get up at 6 in the fucking morning. My girlfriend gets up at 5:30. We are dying. We are dying. We're going to sleep at midnight. This is absurd what we're doing because we're both in chaos. And we're both trying to find this stability, but we both don't know how to. But we're desperate for the stability. We're desperate for reassurance. We're desperate to know what to do, but we simply do not. I don't. I don't know what to do. As much as I want to try to be in unity with her and try to say that I don't know what the fuck she's going through. You know, all I can do is ask her. And at the end of the day, I'd like to take everything that I just said back. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm stuck in chaos. I'm desperate for stability. I'm desperate for answers. And I'm desperate to take care of myself in a way that makes sense to me. I want to be able to do that for myself. But right now, I don't know how to. You know, other than whatever I just said. Shower, food, sleep. I really want to take care of myself physically and try to mentally help myself, because right now I'm just not doing it. It's not all right. It's not all right. Today is a day that I'm going to take care of myself. I don't want to get into any super discussions with my fucking girlfriend about shit, you know, and I feel like I want to call her after this, and I just want to tell her what I want. I want to tell her what I want to do. I just want to go over that. In fact, you know what? I'm still in traffic. I want to call her right now. I don't think I want to say anything else. Until. Goodbye.